Hi, it's Darren from ProBlogger here. Today I'm in the last stages of putting together a product launch and have been spending my day writing a sales letter for this particular ebook on my photography blog. And as happens when you have a deadline like this looming, it's amazing the distractions that come your way. All day I've had little beeps go off on my computer as people have messaged me on Skype. I've had questions coming in on social media, my phone's been ringing. I've had all kinds of ideas for things that I could do, new projects, posts that I could write, videos that I could record. And it's just been quite amazing to see all the things working against me. It's almost like the world is conspiring to distract me from the task at hand. In reality, it's probably a fairly normal day in that way, but I guess I've become much more aware of these distractions as I feel that pressure looming to get this task done. And so I've been thinking about it. I've actually got most of the sales page written now, which is great. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about this idea of just distractions, because there are so many, and it's one of the big challenges of bloggers, is that I find that we are so tempted to get off those core tasks that we have at hand. All day we are being interrupted and distracted. Sometimes we're being distracted by tools. This week I got an iPad. I've been so distracted by this tool which has all kinds of possibilities, but really none of them are really taking me towards my goals. I can see potential for it to help, but it has been a bit of a distraction. So we're often distracted by the hardware tools, but also the software tools, the new tools that we can use on our blogs, testing new plugins, new toolbars, that type of thing. We also can be quite distracted by ideas. I am constantly distracted by ideas for new projects, big projects, new blogs, new forums, new partnerships that you could start, new products that you can start. All of these things are good, but they can actually take us away from the thing that we need to do now, that number one thing right in front of us. So we can become distracted by ideas. We can become distracted by the tweaking. And it's very easy to tweak a lot of things on your blog, whether that be your design, your toolbar, even tweaking posts and headlines, tweaking your SEO, testing different alternatives on your blog, putting up new widgets, new logos, all of these things. And again, they're all good things, and it's worthwhile tweaking. A lot of good can come from that, but it also can be an incredible distraction. And one of the other things that I'm often distracted by is networking. Even now, I just heard my Skype ping. Someone's trying to interact with me, and that could be a really great interaction. The Twitter interactions that we have, Facebook, all of this networking can lead to great things, but it can also distract us from those core things that we need to achieve today. So the distractions, they come constantly. For me, there's probably three things that help to keep me on task. And the first one is to know and identify my goals, and to know them on a big picture. So every now and again, every 6 or so months, I'll sit down and I'll write my goals. I know my overall objectives for myself as a person, but also my objectives for my blogs. And then I begin to do some strategic thinking about the things that I need to do in the next few months to achieve those things. And so having a bit of a framework for thinking about goals and strategies is really important, because then as you're playing with that iPad, you can constantly be filtering, is this actually going to take me closer to my goal? As you're tweaking your SEO, you can ask yourself, is this actually taking me closer to my goal? It may actually be, but then you need to start thinking about the priorities of your goals as well, and making perhaps a list of the things that you need to achieve. So that's the first thing, is actually having a good awareness of what it is that you're trying to achieve. And then it comes down to boundaries, and boundaries around the core tasks that are going to take you closer to your goals. So one of the core tasks that I need to achieve every day as a blogger is creating content. So even on a day when I'm writing a sales page, I also need to be thinking about, okay, my next post, it's due midnight tonight, I have a deadline. How am I going to produce that? And so I'm putting boundaries around that. I'm setting time aside to achieve those core tasks. And creating content is just one of those core tasks. And then the other type of boundary that I'd suggest that you do, and this is what I do, is actually creating boundaries around the distractions. You see, it is good to have ideas, it's good to play with tools, it's good to do networking, it's good to do all of these things that I've talked about which can be distractions, but it's also good to limit them. I could spend all day thinking about ideas, and that could be a good thing every now and again to spend a whole day doing that, but if I spent every day doing that, it would become a distraction. It's not my core task. And so I need to create spaces in my life to do those things which are good, but which also can be distractions. So for me, it's about knowing your goals and creating boundaries both around your core tasks and the distractions. How do you keep on task? How do you keep focused and stop those distractions actually taking away from the things that you need to achieve today? Love to hear your comments on that.